Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Bernie, filmed live in my First Bank studio, brought to you by Papa John's. This is a crazy time for following the Cardinals right now. I don't know about you, but I'm not getting much sleep. They have only 11 games remaining on the schedule, and nothing has been resolved. Well, yeah, it's safe to assume that the Cards will be in the postseason, but that's really about it. Everything else is hanging out there. I'll talk about that in a moment, but first, our public service pizza announcement. When the Cardinals win a game, as they did Tuesday in Colorado, you receive 40% off the regular menu price items the next day at papajohns.com. Just enter the promo code CARDSWIN. As always, Papa John's donates 10% of your order cost to the Siteman Cancer Center. Now, back to this craziness in Major League Baseball right now. It is making me nuts, but in a fun way. Let's see, I'm watching the Cardinals on TV. I'm listening to the Pirates on internet radio. I'm monitoring the Reds on my iPhone. I'm using MLB.com to keep track of the American League wildcard race, inning by inning, all at the same time. And yet I still manage to have a life. Well, barely. Usually by now the Cardinals situation is clarified. In 2011, they were just scrambling to make the playoffs. They had no shot at a division title. Last season, much the same thing. No hope for a division. No chance to even win the top wild card spot. So the Cardinals were just trying to pin down that second wild card, which they did. It was all so simple then. Now look at all these unresolved questions. The Cardinals lead the NL Central by a game. Can they hold on and win the title? If so, can the Cardinals catch Atlanta for the best overall record in the National League? That would mean home field advantage throughout the postseason, at least in the National League. And right now, the Cardinals trail the Braves by only one game. What about if the Cardinals finish in a first-place tie with the Pirates? How would manager Mike Matheny play that? The Cardinals and the Pirates would have to have a one-game playoff to decide the division title, and that game would be in Pittsburgh. The loser would go to the one-game wild card sudden death game. Well, who would start that extra game in Pittsburgh? Would Matheny use his starter, his best starter, for that one game in Pittsburgh, or keep that starter on hold for the one-game playoff for the wild card? And what happens if there's a three-team tie atop the NL Central? What happens if the Cardinals don't win the division? Can they hold on to the top wildcard spot, which at least would give them home field for that sudden death game? How is Matheny going to set his postseason rotation anyway? Who gets left out? Who would be the number 2 starter behind Adam Wainwright? Will the injured Alan Craig be back in time for the playoffs? Who is the Cardinals team MVP? Can Yadier Molina or Matt Carpenter beat out the Pirates' Andrew McCutchen for the National League MVP award? Who would the Cardinals face in the NL Division Series? Can the Reds catch the Cardinals and the Pirates? Or will the Reds be more concerned about holding off Washington, which is charging for that second wild card spot? There are just so many variables, and I didn't get to them all. We're headed for a fantastic, furious finish, and I don't know how any of this is going to turn out. And that's what makes it so nerve-wracking and so entertaining. That's it from the First Bank studio. Thanks to Papa John's. More tomorrow back here on STLtoday.com.